Well, we're expecting a really competitive game. Solent, our nearest rivals really, are just down the coast from us. We've played them 3 times this year. We've had some very close games. They pipped us for the league title this year by the smallest of margins, and we're keen obviously to try and retain the playoff trophy that we won last season, but it won't be easy.
So how big is this rivalry then?
Well, I think it's good, it's friendly. We've had, as I said, some very good games, but we're both keen to add some more silverware to our trophy cabinet this year. And we are two teams that are both well supported by lots of fans, and we expect to be some enthusiastic and noisy fans up in Manchester when we go up there next week.
And how's this season gone for you? Has it sort of met expectations? Or?
Yeah, we've had a terrific season. We've already won one piece of silverware this year, which is the national trophy, and we, as I said, ended up runners-up in the league by the smallest of margins to Solent. So we've kind of got a score to settle with in this season. So.
Yeah, I mean, you've been involved with the club. I think you took over a decade or so back
that's right.
now, and they were in the BBL for a while, and now you're in the national. So. How do you view the way that period's gone, and what would you like to see looking ahead?
Well, I think ultimately the aim would be to get back to the BBL, but we have to make it financially viable. And the club is certainly developing. Over the last 2 years, it's improved significantly. We won the playoffs last year, as I said, and we were fourth in the league last year. This year we are, say, runners-up. We won the national trophy, so we're going in the right direction. And we want to continue to build and hopefully one day get back into BBL.
Yeah, I mean BBL is invitation only. It's not like automatic promotions from your own league. So you need a sound business as well. How difficult is it to do that? Because you haven't got to focus just on this side. You've got to focus on making a business case as well.
It's generally a combination of having a well-supported club and well-run club backed up by sponsorship and good community programs. So it transcends various areas of the organisation of the club, and you've got to line those all up to make it successful. Otherwise, it's almost impossible to sustain it.
So what's your prediction for the final there on Sunday?
Close game, Thunder to win.
I think it's going to be an exciting game. We've tied in the regular season. Total play, we got a 2-1 record against them. 1-1 in season. They won the title, we won the trophy. So it should be exciting.
And in terms of the actual match itself, how difficult is it going to be? Or what's the atmosphere going to be like up in Manchester?
I think the atmosphere should be amazing. We both have great fan bases, though I think we'll even make that trip up north to support us both. But it's going to be a game of matchups and who can control pace.
And in terms of the rivalry between you two, how big is this rivalry, and how much of a needle is it? How much of a needle is it when you two get together?
I think it's starting to build a rivalry. I think maybe once this game finishes, I think that could be the real beginning of a rivalry leading up to next season with the way that this season took place. But at the moment, I don't know if it's as much as people build it up to be. I don't know. Being American, I think of Duke, North Carolina, and things like that, and it doesn't compare Missouri, Kansas. But at the same time, I think it's great for British basketball, and I think it's something that can be a rivalry to come for a long time.
I mean, each club over here has allowed 2 American players together, that's right, isn't it? And you're obviously one of the ones from here. I mean, what's your perspective looking at Worthing here as an American looking on? How do you view the club, really?
No, I think I think we're doing a great job here as a club. I think the town is amazing. I think I'm learning all of Sussex. I travel all about Sussex weekly, regularly, and it's just a great place to be. You're right next to the beach. It's just a lovely atmosphere, environment. The fan base can't be matched in this country, period, I believe. I think the atmosphere that we have on games, when you look at the Premier League included, it's just something different.
And being American, I mean, you have basketball in your blood, you're all grown up with it from youngsters, that and baseball and American football, I guess the 3 big sports. Over here, basketball's not so big with youngsters, but you do a lot of work in schools locally here as well. How do you find the enthusiasm for basketball amongst the children, the youngsters?
I mean, from the moment I got here about 6 years ago, I always had that desire to try to push basketball forward. When I seen where it was at, it's been the #1 growing sport for a long time now, and I feel like we do have that obligation. When you look at the kids after the game that ask you for autographs and things like that, it kind of gives you that sense of duty and obligation to kind of push it forward and want to do something a little bit bigger than yourself.
And looking forward then for the club itself, you're director of basketball here. How do you see the club progressing in the next few years?
What I would say to that is, I have a 3-year plan, and let's watch it play.
And if I can ask you on a personal level, you got a quadruple double recently, and that's incredibly rare. I mean, you've never achieved that before, had you? I don't think.
I had it. I came close the night before, and I was one steal away. But yeah, it was a good accomplishment to put in, I guess, my own personal history book. But at the end of the day, winning the game is what matters, and winning championships, and that's what we're here to do. I'll trade that quadruple double for this championship any day.
And what was going through your mind on that quadruple double? Because you said the night before you came really close, and then that night, you were something one steal away still towards the end of the match. What was going through your mind at that point?
No, to be honest, if you want to be honest, I came close the night before, and then my teammates tried to wind me up by telling me about things that people were saying online, and I felt like I had a little hate. So I felt like it kind of pushed me to want to just go out there and show that what I'm capable of.
Maybe that extra little ounce.
Exactly.
Great. Congratulations. Good luck for the
All right, thank you.
final.